Josh, good to be back.
Happy holidays. Great to be back with you.
I have some questions, great questions to ask you today. And, Houston is real popular right now. People from California are moving there. The blog articles are written about it. People talk about it online. Tell me a little bit about the Houston market and what that's going to look like going into 2025.
If you're looking to buy a home coming up in this new year, the best place where you're going to get the most bang for your buck is going to be a city like Houston. You got a lot of space available. You got a lot of great people moving in, which is making it a little bit competitive. There's a great job market out there, and the home prices are so competitive compared to the rest of the nation that I think it's probably one of the best bets for a place to live.
Yeah,
Quality of life is paramount when you ask me, and you get a lot of it for what you pay living in a city like Houston.
yeah. If you compare Houston to, let's say, California, what are the pluses of, beside the money, of Houston, would you say?
Well, living in both, Los Angeles and Houston, I would say that, you can't beat California weather, but you can't beat the people in Texas. It's just some nice, good people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now, raising a family, I know you work with blue collar workers. I'm sure people with all types of
absolutely. Yeah,
income. People work long hours today. Maybe a house really isn't a good fit for a lot of people. I mean, you've got like outside maintenance, you've got the stuff that needs to be taken care of inside. A lot goes into it. What do you think about things like townhouses or condos as another other options?
townhomes and condos are luxury living, and it's not for the blue collar, even a white collar family. You move into a condo, you move into a townhome when you get tired of cutting your lawn. All right, family needs space to live, and the only way you're going to be able to get that in a big city is in a city like Houston. You're still seeing homes inner loop under $500,000, and great buys. Great buys. It's a great place to live, and you got to have a little bit of space to raise a few kids.
Yeah, yeah, if you have kids. So kids are better in a house, you would say, than a condo? Or I guess it depends on the setup of the area.
Absolutely, yeah. You need to for I have four kids myself, and if we were to live in an apartment or a condo or a townhome, we just wouldn't be able to do it. And initially we did. We lived in a townhome with a couple of kids, and after a few months of going up and down those stairs, it just becomes a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if, let's say somebody buys today in 2025, early 2025, what does it look like, say, 3 to 5 years down the line? Is it growing that fast that that investment is going to be
The
noticeable?
beauty of this country, living in the United States of America, is that everything just keeps going up. Now, however you want to, or wherever you want to attribute it to, is a whole other story. But buying a home, buying a property, buying an income property, buying a home, buying a second home, buying anything related to real estate, you just give it a couple of years and the valuation is going to go up. Now,
Yeah.
for a family, a growing family, your needs change over a period of 3 to 5 years. But the best place to, I believe, the best thing to do is to start off by buying a home.
Buying a home.
Yeah.
The
And the beauty
food,
about buying a home now is that it's affordable for everyone. A family making about $100,000 annually, you can absolutely, that's two incomes, you can absolutely buy a house and, a very nice house in a very good neighborhood and live fairly comfortably.
that's fantastic. So combined income of $100,000, that's doable for a lot of people. Now, for people that want to get their finances in order, we talked a little bit about this before we started rolling today.
Yeah.
What is it? There's numbers people and there's people who aren't numbers people. I'm not a numbers person. I had to train myself how to be. How do you get your finances in order? Are there apps, spreadsheets? What do you suggest before coming and talking to you and taking that next step?
There's a bunch of apps, there's a bunch of different things that you could do to take a look at your finances. Really, the main thing is to take your bank statement out at the end of the month and take a look at where you're spending your money. What
Yeah.
can you cut? What can you spend a little bit more money on? If you're spending $2,000 a month on rent, wouldn't you be better suited buying a house and paying $2,000 for a mortgage? If the answer to any of those questions are yes, jump in. Jump
Yeah.
in, call us. Let's take a look at it. Let's find that house for you, the one
Yeah.
that fits your budget. Now, if you really need to go back and take a look at your finances, take a look at the bank statement and put it all down in a way that makes sense to you. You don't have to be a numbers person, but everybody knows 1 and 1 equals 2. Let's figure it out. Outside of that, one of the beautiful things that we have at First Nation Financial is we offer an additional service to all of our clients. And that's, really a financial analysis. We'll go in, we'll do a deep dive, we'll take a look at all of your expenses, where the money's coming from, where the money's going to with you, and we'll figure something out. We'll figure a way out for you to buy a home.
Yeah. Now I know a lot of people listening to this, all different income levels, but for the person who's really not sure, there was a pizza driver you told me about once
Yeah.
that got into his first home and then kept rolling it over. Just tell us quickly about that so that people can get an idea. You don't have to be a lawyer or a banker or somebody to be able to build wealth in the United States.
And that's absolutely true. There's nothing more true than that statement. You don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be a doctor to build wealth. If you do a little bit over time and you just keep doing a little bit and a little bit and a little bit more, you can absolutely build wealth. We have programs where people come in and buy houses for nearly nothing out of pocket. If you could save up $10,000, $15,000 every 3 to 5 years, you can buy another home every 3 to 5 years and rent out the last one. As the value increases, the rental rates are also increasing. So give us a call. We'll put a financial plan together for you. Buy
That's
the house this year. 5 years down the line, buy the next house. Rent out the first house. 5 years down the line, buy the next house. Rent out the second house. 5 years down the line, buy the fourth house. Rent out the third house. By the time you reach 50 or 60 years old, you've had four houses, which most of them are almost paid off.
yeah, that's awesome. Why don't they teach this in the schools?
It's not part of the programs. They don't teach financial viability in school. They
Yeah,
should, but they don't.
yeah,
It'd probably be the best course that any college student or high school student should take. Me personally, we have time that we put aside with our kids to understand finances, to understand financial models. But that's because that's what I do for a living. If you're a carpenter, that's not something you do for a living. You teach your kid how to use a hammer, how to use a saw, and how to do things. That's
yeah.
where we come in. Give us a call. I have no problem sitting down with an entire family and giving a good idea of what finances look like.
Where can we reach you?
Feel free to give me a call anytime. Our office number is 832-955-9255. You can always send me an email, josh@fnfloan.com, or an inquiry on our website. Check it out, fnfloan.com, fnfloan.com.
Great. Josh, great information. I'll catch up with you again before the holiday.
Absolutely. Great talking to you again, Jim.
All right. See you later.